are back with our second interview in the A-List Country series, and today we have the one and only Jason Benoit. Thank you, Jason, for being here with us today.
Oh, happy to be here.
Yay, awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
This is great.
Your latest single, Here's Your Chance, it was released in April. When you recorded it, did you know that you wanted to release it as a single? Or was it more something you were hoping to keep in your back pocket to get the crowd going at shows?
Actually, I wrote that one probably, I'd say probably 4 or 5 years ago. And so it kind of was in my back pocket. I always loved the tune, and it didn't fit in with the songs on the Time Traveler album at the time. Okay. So we kind of had all that wrapped up and was happy with what we had. So I loved the song, but I wasn't sure when, timing wise, when that was going to happen. I knew it was going to be released eventually, just not sure when. So right now, in the last 4 or 5 songs I released were all singles, not technically radio singles, but singles alone to be released later as together. So just trying things a little bit different this time around. Because the online world changes so fast, and people's attention spans are so short, and
yes.
You're like you kind of gotta roll with it as it's happening, and see how people are reacting to the songs, and so that's kind of why my latest single was "Here's Your Chance," because I just felt like I was leaning for the few songs before that, kind of leaning a little more to the pop country side again, and. I'm like, I'm probably gonna lean back towards the country side again.
Yeah,
but I that's the side of country I love the best, I think, and so I'm definitely at home in that sound and love that tune. It's a lot of fun to play.
It's a lot of fun to listen to.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
So speaking of singles, your song Gone Long Gone really put you on the map, certified gold in Canada. Did you ever expect it to be so big?
Well, I mean, I always hoped it would be. When any young person.
Yeah.
Playing guitar and singing at bars and dreaming the dream, I would always wanted a gold record on the wall, but it doesn't always happen the way you want it to go. So that one that definitely put me on the map and opened up so many possibilities, and that was I can't believe was 2025. That was 10 years ago this year. So it's crazy how time flies. Yeah,
absolutely. I remember you playing it at Cavendish. So on the kitchen stage. So yeah. Oh yeah. That one's been around the block a few times. Which we love. We still love it.
We do.
Yeah.
So your music really has like such a mixture between like modern and pop and classic country. Who do you find is like one of your biggest influences in your music?
Well, there would be like different eras of influences, really. So for the older stuff, I grew up with like Dwight Yoakam and Alan Jackson, and Mark Chestnut, Brooks and Dunn, and but also like the earlier country. George Jones was a huge favorite of mine, and I played a lot of him when I started playing guitar first, and learning my craft, and then later on, Jason Aldean was actually a big influence for me. Because that's the old country world is where I came from. I wasn't really even listening to much new country when I first started writing and trying to figure out what I was going to do as an artist. But then I found My Kind of Party a CD by Jason Aldean. And I'm like, yeah, this is killer. So I feel like I leaned in like that was my influence at the time for modern country of the mid 2010s, you know, like it was, and Eric Church, of course, and you know, stuff like that. But yeah, there's just so many sides of me.
We love that.
I've listened to so many different artists over the years. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Fun one. What is the most Canadian thing about you, other than, of course, being from Newfoundland?
Canadian? I have no idea. Living in Newfoundland, that's a hard one.
I know.
that's such a broad. Oh, well, I'm Indigenous. How about that?
Yes, that's true.
Fantastic.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. I've been lucky to win a couple of Indigenous Artist Awards. So
yes,
I'm a Mi'kmaq. Both my parents were Indigenous. Yeah, and so I'm a Mi'kmaq from the East Coast of Canada. So
fantastic.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's as Canadian as it gets.
It does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So speaking of Island, so you hosted, you know, the Kitchen Stage. You performed there, the Emerging Artist Stage. You performed on the main stage of Cavendish Music Beach Festival. You know, so many great memories, I'm sure. But what always brings you back to the island and the festival? Do you have any fun memories or something that kind of stands out to you?
Well, my good friend Jerry Foote, who lives in near Montague. Nice. I've known him for so long, and actually he did a ton of co-writing on the pretty much the whole Time Traveler album with me, and like every time I go back, like it's like a vacation. So I stay there for a week, and we do some writing and we do some singing, and the you know, Cavendish is great. I love Cavendish. Yes. That's sort of like the icing on the cake for the vacation, you know what
Absolutely.
I mean? So I've got of course, and I've also got loads of family in PEI. I've got aunts and uncles, you know, all over Eastern PEI. So yeah, been going there since I was a kid. So it's like a second home.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll be going back again this summer, actually, July 26th to Murray River for a show with Josh Norad and Jason Price. So it's gonna be fun.
I think we heard perhaps something like that. We're very excited.
We love them.
Yes.
We love them.
Yeah, they're great. They're so much fun. Yeah. Actually, I got to spend some time with them down in Cuba earlier this year. We did there was a show down there. And that was a lot of fun. So it's gonna be fun to bring it to PEI.
There was a lot of Instagram stories from that trip.
Yeah, it looked a lot of fun.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was lots of fun.
If your life had a theme song every time you walked into a room, what would it be?
Oh, you guys, those are hard. Those are hard questions. Like, because there's so many songs to pick. You know, then I've got to scroll through.
I know.
And try to think. Now,
I know.
You don't come up with something like that off the top of your head.
I know.
Let me see. No, I'm going to try to find something real fast. I'm thinking that the first thing come to my mind was the Jaws soundtrack.
Love that.
I don't know. I'm not sure why, but
I love that.
I'm evil. I must be evil or something. I don't know. But
or brilliant. Yeah. So, what is on the horizon for you next? Some concert dates, festivals, new music. Something for fans to keep an eye on?
Yeah, well, like I mentioned, I've got some family coming home for the beginning of the summer, so nice. I'm going to be focusing on that, which is nice for a little change.
Absolutely.
I've been flat out releasing music for the last, 4 years. I released 2 albums and 7 singles, and so I'm I'm still working on music, I'm not focused on getting it out as fast. I've got stuff in the can now, and I'm kind of just taking it as it comes and playing with the sound and just thinking about what we're going to do and stuff like that. So music wise, I mean, I'll have some more coming out, a couple more songs coming out this year. I've got a show. Most of my shows are on the East Coast of Canada this year. So I've got Gander, August 1st, I'll be in Gander, and the 16th of August, I'll be in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. And,
nice.
And a couple more. I've got a hometown show in September, and then another show, the Nova Scotia Stampede, in September, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then there's some more that we're working on on the background and stuff like that. So it's steady. It's a lot of fun, and it's kind of I've been around the block so long now, so I'm just trying to do something different and just trying to have fun with it and enjoy it. It's not so much of a grind anymore, and it's it's more about having fun with your friends when you go do shows, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what it's all about now. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So speaking of like having fun with friends on the road, you've been on the road with some pretty amazing Canadian country artists through your career. Any one kind of stands out to you, or maybe some fun story? Well,
I mean, I'd say the biggest for me that stands out is definitely Tim Hicks. I mean, because that was my first big tour. I went across Canada with him. Actually, no, that's a lie. It's from Ontario west. We did, and so that was the first time for me ever getting out to do a tour like that, and it was my birthday during that tour, and at the end of my set, Tim came out with a birthday cake, and the guys from Coal Creek County all came out and they got everyone to sing happy birthday, and I'll never forget that. That was something I'll never forget. So that was
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
All right, final question. Call out who you think we should interview next.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with Patricia Conroy.
Oh goodness! Oh gosh.
she's a sweetheart, and she's so nice, and I mean she's done stuff for me on the show and her when I was doing the radio show, and she's great, and she got such great songs, and she's still writing, and she's still doing so much, and I think that'd be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, she was fantastic at the CCMA.
So she's insane.
Honored to see her. Yeah.
Tell her that I suggested. Hopefully they will.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, thank you so much, Jason, for taking the time to sit down with us. It was
of course
to chat with you and see you, and we're super excited to see you out on the stage.
Yes.
This summer.
Sometime this 100%. Summer.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you
so much.
Okay, appreciate it. Take care.
Bye.